Trying to holler at me. Girl, I must want you. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Yes, I have shoulder pads on. This shirt has shoulder pads. Yes. Whew. Hey guys, so this video is going to be the continuation of the last video that I did, my thrift haul, where I show you the cool stuff that I've been getting from the thrift store, you know, balling on the budget type thing. So I'm going to be telling you the tips and tricks that I have over the course of my thrifting career, of what I've learned and like how to do it and how to get the best stuff, because trust me, there are ways to thrift. Don't just go in there aimlessly. I mean, you probably could find something, but these are the things that I feel like you need to know. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. You want to see cool videos like this. Also, I have tons of other stuff as well. So yeah, definitely subscribe. Alright, on to the tips and tricks. So number one, I definitely feel like is you need to take your time. It's overwhelming, I promise. When I head into the thrift store, I'm always just like, whoa, there's so many different things, so many different types of clothes. They're all packed together, whether it's Goodwill, whether it's Value Village. They're just so packed. And so you could feel like, what? I'm like, well, how am I going to find something? And honestly, I'm not going to lie. I've been there sometimes for like an hour and a half and I haven't found anything that I've liked. So it can get like daunting, but just be patient, like calm down, because I promise if you are diligent, you will find cool things that you didn't even think you could find. Like, they're so dope. So definitely take your time. So I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia, and they have Value Village all over the city. And I'm not sure if they have it in other states, but definitely check it out. Basically, every last Wednesday of the month is 50% off everything. And I put on my calendar, like, no lie, I try to make it every month as if I can. But the stuff is so cheap that you can come on a regular day. And they have this thing where they have tags, the color tags, and if the tag is like pink, for example, and on the chart it says pink, then it's 50% off all things with pink tags. You feel me? So you can still get 50% off some of these cool stuff that are like originally $4. Like this shirt that you guys have loved on my Instagram was originally I think $3, and I think I got it for $1.50. I'm not sure. Trust me. Like, I just remember them being really cheap. That's what I remember. Okay. Tip number 2. Wear tight-fitting clothes, or like clothes that aren't going to be too bulky, basically, because you want to be able to try on these things at the store. Like, I hate having to come back with thrifted stuff that just don't fit me in any way. Of course, there's some things you can't try on, and that's fine. You can try it on at home, and they do take returns a lot, but you need to be able to put on these clothes. Like, when you're at the store, like I was able to try this on at the store to see that it fit like this, and that's because I had on a short sleeve a short sleeve t-shirt. I was like kind of fitted. So my thrifting attire usually is I wear a short sleeve t-shirt or a tank top or a long sleeve, you know, shirt that's fitted, and then I wear leggings and slippers. The slippers are probably really important. Are probably one of the most important things too, is because you want to be able to try on like pants on top of your thing. You don't have to be taking off tennis shoes or, you know, unbuckling things. Just slip out of your slippers and you're good. So that's definitely a good tip that I think if you want to be able to try on things, wear clothes that you can put on top of other things, you know. Some of the thrift stores that I go to don't have fitting rooms, or they only have 2, or so basically it's like when it's packed, you're not gonna be able to try things on. So you need to make sure you have these, you know, these clothes that you can try on outside in public, in front of a mirror, like outside on the shop floor. On the shop floor. Tip number 3 is it doesn't have to be your size. And this is something that I have literally learned over the years. Guys, this happened to fit me well. Praise Jesus. You know, it fit me, like it's pretty much my size, and you know, it reaches ooh, Lord. That's me. So it reaches pretty much, you know, like it's pretty much my size. I think this would have been something I would have picked up in a normal place for whatever, $30 or whatever. But here's the thing. I have a lot of shirts that are oversized, like really, really big. And there's a lot of things you can do with these kind of clothes. So you don't want to limit yourself to things that are just like, oh, my size, I'm a size small, I'm a size medium. Let me just look only in these things. Plus, these things are not organized, so don't even think you're going to be looking at small and medium. You just have to eyeball. You have to learn how to eyeball these pieces. And over time, this is a skill that you will learn. Over time, you're like, no, it's not going to fit. oh, this looks like it could fit. Like literally that's what you learn all this stuff as you go. But anyway, so yeah, it doesn't have to be your size. So remember that as you go through, if you see anything, then I'll go on to tip number 4. If you see anything that catches your eye, like right off the bat, just place it in your cart. Because like I said, I go on every last Wednesday of the month, which is when everything is 50% off. Meaning that everybody is coming on the last Wednesday of the month because it's 50% off. It's cheap. It's really, really cheap. It's the same thing. Tuesday, it was full price. Wednesday, half off everything. Thursday, full price. So obviously you come on Wednesday now. So it's really, really packed. So what you need to do is, as you see something, grab it. Like, just grab it. Like, this is a sweater I got. Grab it. Like, don't even think about it. Just grab it, because it can be in your cart and then you can check it out. There's like mirrors everywhere. You can check it out later, you know? But just make sure you have it in your possession so that no one takes it from you, because it literally feels like they took something away from you if you saw it and then you see someone else grab it. So just, you know, make sure. So in terms of actually looking for the clothes, there are 2 ways you can do it. You can either be one of those meticulous people, if you have time, to scroll through each of the items. So you see the top, it says ladies, and it says under ladies, it says blouses. So now you're looking at the blouses. You go one by one and you're like blah, blah, blah. And you can find things that way, you know? You pick something up, you're like, okay, this looks cool, put it in my cart, whatever. But another way to do it, and this is kind of how I do it, I kind of mix both of them, is to scan and just scan and pick. So basically you look through and you're like, ooh, that's a cool pattern. By the way, I'm really into patterns lately. Like, that's how I find this and like this. I'm really into patterns. So when I saw this on the rack, I just instantly was like, grab. So basically that's kind of how I do it. So like I scan for really cool patterns, really cool things that are different, because that's kind of what I wanted. That's my mission when I get there. My next tip is, you don't have to stay in the women's section or in your gender. There's so much cool stuff in the guy section. Like, don't sleep on that. They have really cool plaid shirts that I've gotten before. Really, really cool plaid shirts, oversized stuff, shirts that like you can tie at your waist. You can do all these really cool stuff with. And then they have really cool blazers and jackets and sweaters. So trust me, don't stay. In fact, I recommend going to the guys section and having a look, because that's where you're going to find a lot of really, really cool stuff. Really cool jean jackets from there, oversized jean jackets, because that's guy size. So it's like really, really big, you know? So definitely, yeah. Go and see the other side. Go and see the guy's side. See what's going on over there, because you will find gems. You will find gems there. Another thing I would say is to have a spending limit. Now this is just like a ballpark of how much you want to spend, because I have gone to the thrift store before and spent a ton of money on things that I really honestly have never worn and don't even know what I would do with it or wear in any way. Like, I just don't. And I'm just like, oh, it's $2. But what? That's not the point. The point is that $2 could be saved. That $2 can be used, because now $2 is sitting in your closet waiting for what's, in my opinion, if you have a spending limit, what it teaches you to do is you're able to go through your cart and you're like, okay, these 2 shirts are really similar. Do I need both of them? So then you end up putting the one down, or you're like, will I actually wear this? It makes you think about the pieces that you're actually putting in your cart, as opposed to throw it in the bag. You know what I mean? Because basically it's $2. It's like all of a sudden you put 50 pieces and you spend $100. So definitely have like a sort of spending limit, or like a ballpark of the amount of items you want, or something like that. So it helps you literally eliminate things that you probably really didn't even need, but you wanted to put in your cart because it was $2. Number 8, I don't know what number I'm on, so I'm just gonna say next tip. Next tip would be, these clothes are customizable. You can do anything you want to them. I have clothes that I have cut. I've now made them shorts. I've made them, you know, I've done so many cool things to things. I'll roll up a lot of my clothes. If they're too big, I'll just roll them up, and you know, now I have like a rolled up shirt, and that's its own style. Or I'll tuck it in, or I'll just cut it in general. I've made crop tops. I've made shorts. I've like customized everything. So when you look at something, you can actually think of the potential. If you see a maxi dress that has a really cool pattern, but you're like, ew or gross, then you can just come home, cut it, and now it's like a sundress, and it's really cool because the pattern is really cool. You know what I mean? So I just feel like that's something you need to keep in mind. Last but not least is, don't be afraid to try new things. I feel like because of the prices of these things, you have the opportunity to try out really cool trends, really cool things that you probably wouldn't want to spend $50 on. Like, I've gotten some overalls before that I was like, okay, this is $3, right? And I don't have to spend $40 on Zara overalls, it'll be 50. How much is the Zara ones? You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to spend $50 on the Zara stuff, but you can get it in the thrift store. See if you like the style, and maybe it just isn't the exact style you want, but now you know that overalls look good on you. Now you can. And then also, like, there's a lot of vintage stuff that you probably couldn't find in the stores right now because they're not selling them. It's not trendy. So now you have the opportunity to try this really cool pattern that, you know, this really looks vintage. And, like, you know, they're not really selling these kind of sweaters right now. You know what I mean? So that's kind of one of the cool things about thrifting. And I feel like that's one of my #1 tips. Is this a tip? But just basically just like urging you to go and try our thrift stores. A lot of them are really cool for like charities. They really they help out good causes. So hey, you can help these people out, and you can help yourself out as well by saving a lot of money and making your budget for clothing for the month just a little bit smaller, so then you can give more to people in need. I also recommend, if you want, you can go to these thrift stores and buy a lot of coats. And if you live in a colder climate, or even in general, it's winter time, so you can go to the thrift store. You can get coats and like clothes in general and go distribute it. And there's a huge homeless population here in Atlanta, so you can go and like give them coats and give them clothes to wear, because it's not, I mean, it's not going to break your pockets too much, but then you've just done a really good deed for somebody else. So I hope this video helped you. I tried to come up with a couple things. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I will be doing a thrift lookbook. So like all the outfits that I've gotten in the store, I'll definitely do a lookbook on all the cool stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that. Yeah, let me know if you have any other tips that I am missing. Let me know if you know any other cool thrift stores I could try. And yeah, comment down below if this video was helpful to you, if you learned anything new. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! See you guys in my... Oh, I already said that already. Okay, this is awkward.